Well, from the moment the series even started, really before, fans were speculating about Mephisto being part of WandaVision. If you know Wanda's story, you know both of her kids had fragments of Mephisto as part of their creation process, and fans have been on the lookout, almost to the point of it being a joke, ever since. Well, now we have a huge update, and it appears Mephisto really is entering the MCU in a rather unusual place. Well, if you're a fan of Mephisto in the comics, and I have to say he's one of Marvel's premier villains, the idea of him finally showing up in the MCU is massive. Fans have been speculating since the beginning of Phase 4 during WandaVision that Mephisto would indeed be joining the MCU, but he totally failed to materialize, and it actually has become quite the running joke. Now, earlier today, I started to see a rumor making its way around social media, and I reached out to a couple of sources. Yes, we actually have some of our own sources, and I was able to get this one confirmed. Now, what we've been able to find out is that yes, Mephisto is coming to the MCU, and he will make his first appearance in Ironheart. Now, we also found out who will be playing Mephisto, and that is where it really gets interesting because it is the legendary Sacha Baron Cohen. Now, he is an incredible actor. He's probably best known for his Borat stuff, but when you look at his other roles, he is absolutely talented and will bring something awfully amazing to Mephisto. Now, many people might be thinking Ironheart is a weird place for Mephisto to be making his first appearance, and I kind of get that. But when you look at who the villain is for that series, it starts to make a lot of sense. Now, Ironheart is going down a little bit of a different road than Iron Man did in the MCU. Traditionally in the comics, Iron Man would face off with the Mandarin, who used magic, and it really gave us that magic versus technology face-off that makes some of this pretty interesting. And as part of Ironheart, we're getting exactly that. The villain of the upcoming series is Parker Davis Robbins, aka the Hood. And if you're familiar with the Hood in the comics, these pieces start to come together. Now, Parker Williams himself has a whole list of interesting abilities. He's quite the marksman and trained to hand-to-hand combat, but he's also a criminal mastermind who understands how criminal organizations work and a working knowledge of mysticism and the occult. This is where things get interesting. Within the series, he actually obtains magical cloak and boots, which grant him several magical abilities which include invisibility, some levitation, and even the ability to teleport. He is also able to channel some of this magical energy through his guns, basically using them as a focus, and he focuses that energy typically on trying to destroy somebody else. Now, where he gets the boots and cloaks in the comics, though, is pretty interesting, because in the comics, he actually obtains these items from Dormammu. But it appears in the upcoming Ironheart series, it won't be Dormammu, it will be Mephisto himself. This is only a subtle change to the character's origin story, and I really don't think it'll have a very big impact on where he fits into the MCU. He has had lots of interactions with various characters in the comic series, with several focused on Doctor Strange, but I don't really see that as a requirement. Now, the fact that Marvel is introducing Mephisto is the real big deal. Mephisto himself is a classic from the Marvel Comics and has been around since 1968, when he made his first appearance in Silver Surfer #3. We just recently did one of our Month of Marvel Monsters shorts on Mephisto, but basically, he is an interdimensional being that lives in his own realm and manifests most of the physical attributes of a classic Christian devil. Now, he's not the devil himself, but he does like to let people believe that he is, and his introduction into the MCU could be far-reaching. The character of Mephisto has served as a foe to most Marvel heroes, and can serve as quite the story-driving device considering Mephisto himself has the ability to alter reality, and even do the classic deal with the devil, which is often where he traps his victims. Now, the MCU adding Mephisto, I really don't think will start to manifest itself in a bigger way, probably until Phase 7. We know Phase 6 is going to close out with Secret Wars, and Mephisto kind of lurking around the outside, watching what's going on, kind of makes a lot of sense, and I'm sure he'll choose the moment to reveal himself to the wider MCU when it works out best for him. Now, as for Ironheart, we don't have a release date yet. We know she's set to appear in Wakanda Forever, and this series will likely take place after that movie, although that's not confirmed as of yet. Obviously, Mephisto is going to play big in the MCU. So if you want to get all of your Marvel Monster updates, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and ring the bell for all the news. But until we know more, what do you guys think? What do you think of Mephisto finally joining the MCU? And how do you feel about Sacha Baron Cohen being cast in the role? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.